Welcome to Purdue University. We hope your time here in West Lafayette is enjoyable and memorable.
As students of the 21st century, we take many things for granted, such as the availability of electricity. With nearly 40,000 students frequenting campus each day, you can imagine how much energy Purdue consumes on a daily basis.
Did you know in 2009, Purdue University has consumed 300 million kilowatt hours of energy? If each of us does our part in conserving energy, we can make this place a better world.
In this video, we plan to show you some tips on how to save energy as a student. We also plan to show you what Purdue is doing to make a greener world. College students consume a lot of water every day. From drinking, showering, to washing clothes, one can use several gallons of water in a few hours. If you multiply that by the number of students in a building, the number of gallons can rise sharply. By saving water, we can not only save the energy needed to heat water, but also the energy needed to supply and treat the water. So, what can you do as a college student to save water and energy? Tip number 1. Take quick shower. As a matter of fact, a full bathtub requires about 70 gallons of water, while taking a 5-minute shower uses only 10 to 25 gallons. So, take shower instead of bath and reduce your shower time to less than 5 minutes. During the summer, take cold shower to save the energy needed to heat water. You can also turn water off while brushing teeth, washing face or shaving, and while shampooing and conditioning your hair. Now, tip number 2. Do laundry with cold water and only when you have full loads of clothes. Also, use the appropriate load size selection on the washing machine. This is a graph by the American Water Works Association Research Foundation on the residential end use of water. As you can see from the graph, about a quarter of our total water use go into toilet. Also, showering constitutes 16.8% of our total water consumption, and washing clothes constitutes 21.7%, which is only slightly less than a quarter of our total water consumption. As an additional information, during the summer of 2010, Purdue University has replaced all residents' hot shower heads, which was initially 2.5 gallons per minute, with low-flow shower heads of 1.75 gallons per minute. As a result, within the first full month of occupancy during 2010, water consumption was reduced by over 2.8 million gallons for a cost savings of $12,900.
I'm here to tell you how you can save energy while you're staying here at Purdue. First off, I know you've heard it a million times, but turn off the lights when you're not in the room. This saves a lot of energy. Even if they're fluorescent bulbs and they have the startup time, don't worry about it. This is negligible after just a few seconds. So turn off your lights. It will save you tons of energy. Second, if you already have a desktop computer for school, that's fine. But if not, look into getting a laptop. They're much more energy efficient even when they're plugged in. Plus, you have the added benefit of being able to take it to class and work wherever you want. We have laptop labs set up on campus, so you can just plug in your laptop and sit there at the desk and you're ready to go. Also, if you're using your desktop, make sure you unplug it when it's not in use. And if you feel like you can't unplug it because you need access to it even when you're not there, put it in sleep mode and turn off the monitor. This uses about 2% of the energy that it would while it's normally running. Combined with your lights, your electronics, such as your computers and your TVs, use about 20% of the energy of a normal household. Here at Purdue, this will use a little more percentage of your total energy. And lastly, make sure you unplug all your electronics you're not using. Say your TV and your DVD player and your Blu-ray player are all plugged into a power strip, and you're not using that at the moment, just unplug the power strip. This will help a lot, as these kinds of devices still consume energy even when they're not on. Also, things like your cell phone chargers or your laptop chargers consume energy even when your cell phone or your laptop are not plugged into them. Make sure you also unplug these to save energy. I hope you have a great time while you're here at Purdue, and boiler up!
There are so many ways for us into conserving energy and making our world a greener pasture. Fluorescent light bulbs have been proven over and over again about its capabilities of not just conserving energy, but also it saves the money in our pocket. Now, as a Purdue student, we should talk about the responsibilities we should take part in making Purdue a greener pasture. According to Purdue's research, it is shown that fluorescent light bulbs can last 10 times longer than incandescent light bulbs and use 2/3 of its energy. So if you're a student here and you're living off campus or on campus and you're wondering what kind of light bulbs you should use for your study lamps or your ceiling light bulbs, it is always advisable to use fluorescent light bulbs. Now, if we were to compare the management of fluorescent lights and incandescent lights, we can see the difference is insurmountable. In this graph, at the beginning of time zero, we can see that fluorescent light bulbs are more costly compared to incandescent light bulbs. But as T reaches to the 4,000 hour, we can see the constant use of fluorescent light bulbs saves more money compared to incandescent light bulbs. Therefore, our best bet in conserving energy is to invest our money in using fluorescent light bulbs because the long-term benefits will overcome the cost in just a matter of days. One of the final and most challenging tips about fluorescent light bulbs is disposal. Since fluorescent light bulbs have mercury inside there and has been categorized as a hazardous waste by the Environmental Protection Agency, it should be treated as one. So if you have a bag full of fluorescent light bulbs and you don't know where to dispose of it, send them to the recycling facility because from there we know that toxic chemical substances won't be exposed to the environment and won't be contagious to humans as well.
Our next tip for you is to recycle. By doing so, you're helping conserve energy by making it so we burn less fossil fuels to make new products such as bottles and paper. Purdue is trying to make its campus greener through its recycling program and its food waste digester initiative. All across campus, Purdue has set up bins in which you can recycle your bottles, cans, and paper. Purdue's food waste digester initiative takes Purdue's food waste and converts it into methane gas, which then can be used to produce electricity. Purdue's dyeing courts produce 1 ton of food waste pulp every day. This is taken to the biodigester system, and the waste is dumped into a tank where it's mixed with wastewater. This then breaks it down into the food down and converts it into methane gas. The gas is then used to power turbines, which then creates energy that can be used. These are 2 awesome ways Purdue is doing its part, and you can do yours by recycling your bottles, cans, and paper instead of just throwing them away in the trash. By doing this simple act, you can do your part alongside with Purdue.
So there you have it. There's 5 tips you can use to save energy here at Purdue.
Let's review these tips one more time.
Tip 1. Take quick shower. Tip 2. Do laundry with full loads of clothes.
Tip 3. Turn off the lights and unplug all your unused devices.
Tip 4. Use fluorescent bulbs instead of incandescent bulbs.
Tip 5. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
If you'd like more information about sustainability at Purdue, please visit www.purdue.edu/sustainability.
From all of us at Purdue, welcome, and remember that what you do today can change our future.
Be black.
Be gold. Be green.
Boiler up!